so excited. How are you today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know when you drop in and where you're at. I'm super excited about today. I was at the last minute. I'm like, we need some intro music. And I've said that like 4 times now. So I'm going to work on that. Work on finding some fun disco vibe-ish beat music for us. So we had some issues last time we were on this platform with the sound. So let me know. I've done a couple tests, but I guess I didn't do a test when I was live. I show everything working. So let me know when you hop on what you're feeling, what you're getting. Yay! So on the Monday manifestation that we did a few days ago, we tapped into the Master 22 day energy, and wow. I know I say that every time, but every time is so different and unique. And so we tapped into this energy, and we really had a good time. So during the course of the show, we were all kind of talking about what a hard Mercury Retrograde it had been. And then we were talking about 2019, and I've had a really big, kind of not fun, awful 2019. So I'm like, let's do a healing release. So here we are for our Mercury Retrograde and 2019 release. You may be wondering why we're doing this in November. Well, for one, I felt like it really piggybacked well with Mercury Retrograde and that ending yesterday for us, right? So hopefully, are you hearing me? A little static. Okay, better now, everyone. Annie, hi, Annie from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Yay, you came back, Annie. Hi, Julie. Yeah, let me know again because I do have my headphones here if I need to put them in. So let me know. And I feel like I look clearer than other times. So I really feel like maybe Mercury's really gone now. I love Mercury in general because of what it can do for us and propel us with, both, revisiting, releasing, recommitting in some ways, working on old projects, completing them. So there's really a lot of good. I'm not like a disser on Mercury retrograde. I really feel like it's useful and helpful. And it just felt like this Mercury hit me a little bit harder than normal. So, and that will happen as you go through. So Estha's here. Yay! I was looking around. I really have nothing now. I'm going to post a picture of my, of the decluttering that I did before I came up to Mexico, and you can see what all is left in my life as far as physical possessions. It's pretty amazing. So I was looking around going, I need some party favors. Because I want to make this fun. I want it to be like a party. I mean, we're doing big work with this releasing, but it doesn't have to be big and heavy. It can be light and fun and breezy and giggling and laughing and disco dancing. Bet or Betty is here from Illinois. Awesome. Yay, thank you for joining in. So I guess I should tell you who I am if you don't know who I am. I am Jill Hoyrup. I'm a master psychic healer and coach. I help you tap into your intuition and figure out what your gifts are and how to best work with those gifts, both practicing it, specific ways for you to practice, and what to do with it. What do you want to do? Do you want to use it in your daily life? Do you want to start a business with it? What do you want to do with it, if anything? So, oops, I didn't even put that on. So there you go. That's how I spell my name. Yay! Okay, Julie's saying this. Oh, I can actually put these up. The retrograde wasn't as emotional as the July retrograde, and I'm the opposite. I don't know that I would say emotional for me, but very deep healing. You just weren't getting off the couch. I'm rewatching Friends, so I can't wait to get to that episode. But yeah, I remember her trying to act like she was all cool and not OCD. Hi, Lena. Welcome. So this will be a little bit different, obviously, than the Manifestation Mondays if you've been joining. So we're doing these healings every once in a while. and they're really fun. I don't have an agenda for us. I was actually tuning in and I'm like, how do we want to go about this? And, my guides are like, just completely just do it as you go. And that's how I kind of work best. So, because different things will pop up at different times. So that's that. All right, you guys, I've been talking about this. I actually put a little reminder for me now. So I've been talking about energetic exchange when we do these. So, obviously this is a free live. So if you are loving it, then hook it up with some likes and loves or laughy faces. I like those best just because they're fun. And if you haven't liked the page, like the page, share it out into the world with your people. That's an energetic exchange, and that helps me grow too and helps more people get help. So you can find me for now, I guess you guys will be the first to hear it. I haven't put it in the newsletter yet. I will be creating a new website and launching in early 2020, if not a little bit before. So that's exciting. I'll talk more about that another time. But so right now you can find me at jalicious.com. And just so you know, if you're watching this in 2020, jalicious.com will redirect to the new website. So yay. Okay, you can find me also. Oh, you can't even see it. Well, that's no good. You can find us in the Ignite Your Intuition Academy for $37 a month. If you do hashtag, I see it on the screen now, that's funny. You can do a hashtag in the Facebook bar, Ignite Your Intuition Academy. And that's not where you would sign up, though. You do that on the Jalicious website. But I just want to let you know that we're doing an actual academy where I'm teaching you and mentoring you through all the steps of intuition, how to tap in, what to do, how to practice, all that stuff. So join us there if you feel drawn. Or the free group, also a hashtag Ignite Your Intuition in Facebook. So you can get to that. And we do practices and whatnot. Okay, so now here we are. We're about to start our Mercury Retrograde 2019 release party. Linda's here. So Linda's saying this Mercury Retrograde was less emotional, but I went through every relationship I've ever had. Wow. Now, Linda, was that a self-imposed revisit, release type thing? Or did you literally, I call them like flybys, people fly by into your life, people that have been in your life. So I'm just curious, because Mercury is a good time to do those relationship reviews. So anyway, yeah, yay! Julie's saying the Academy is priceless. Yes, it is. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So just a real quick little plug about the Academy in case you're a little more interested. We start out by me tapping in and intuitively and giving you a intuition assessment. So I'm going to be telling you what all clairs you have, not to mention which percentage you have, because we want to start by finding out where you're at so we know how to move forward. And part of the process as we go through is going to be every 3 months I will be tapping in and seeing what that percentage is now at that time. So you're going to get a constant progression of where you're at and where you're going and which gifts are growing, right? And then we can tweak how we teach, how I mentor you as we go. There's 2 live Q&As every month. There is a live intuitive reading, and that's also a hot seat coaching. And there's also an activation that we do and a lesson. So it's kind of jam-packed, actually. So, and it's super fun. Okay, so let's tap in here. Let's do our little breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I'm going to do a little commercial break before we get started. We are going to be moving some energy here. So we are doing an energetic release. So I will encourage you to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And also just notice, if you need some more downtime than normal, or, maybe you don't feel like going to the gym. So, notice what's going on for you in your body as we go, okay? I'm going to take that off the screen. Okay, so first of all, we're going to actually combine. I'm not really going to dig into Mercury itself, but we're going to use the energies of the retrograde to help us really with our 2019 release. Oh, and I started talking about that it's not too early to do this 2019 release. I've actually already started my 2019 review. My attitude was like, it's been such a yucky year, such a not fun year, that I want it to be over with right away. And this is what we were talking about on Monday. I was like, let's get it over with. So I've been doing a review. I do a review of my personal life, my business. I set goals. I start getting my calendar, my goals ready for 2020, the next year. So it's kind of good. If you're not doing one of those, it's really good to, reflect, do a little reflecting on the past year. And it's actually kind of really nice and fitting that this Mercury retrograde, has been in November and is sending us off into a new year, a new decade. Okay. So that's pretty huge. It's a lot of different energy that we're leaving behind in 2019 and that we're moving forward into for 2020. And I'm going to be sending out my 2020. I'm going to do two. I'm actually going to do a 2020, like a decade energy report. Never done one of those before, so they're telling me I'm doing it. And also just a 2020 report. So that'll be new for me, the decade report. I just listen and do what they say. I'm writing these down too, because I do tend to forget now. And a 2020. Okay, so that'll be coming out soon. And let's see what everybody's saying. Linda's saying, okay, so back to her relationship review. It was not self-imposed, a self-purge type go through. Wouldn't even be thinking about anyone, and something would remind me of an incident and be off to the races and psychically go through what happened until I released it in some way. I love that. Isn't that interesting? And I mean, to do it now, like I just feel like that's so fitting with the energies of the retrograde and I really get the sense, sorry, a little almost prediction time, but I really get the sense that everything on all levels, person, places, and things, I really get the sense that nothing new can follow us into this new decade. I feel so strongly that we are really stepping in, sorry, getting a little prediction right now. We're really stepping into who we are supposed to be on our bigger soul level. And there's no room for all this like little stuff and non-vibrational matching stuff. So it's actually kind of excited. So Esther's saying she's excited to release so many things. Yes, we are. I know. Julie's saying, let's get the year over with. Esther's requesting, please, Jill, remove all toxic things that will no longer serve from my life. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so do a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to pull this energy in here. And so we're only really using the Mercury retrograde energy to help bring forward this stuff, right? The energy behind everything. So for you guys, let's actually do a mental check-in, do a mental tune-in. We're actually going to be asking for all known and unknown things to release. So I'll be tapping into your energetic bodies to pull out the stagnant, old, unuseful, just sitting there energies and experience, energies, beliefs, attitudes. I was hoping experiences, but I'm getting the note that, oh, we're going to do that later. Okay. And that's it. Okay. So be consciously aware of things that you want to release. So like Linda, for you, this will be a great time for you to just add those relationships to this so we can go ahead and have that be part of it, right? Even though you've done healing on it within yourself, you can go ahead and throw it in the mix. Why not? So let's take a minute here and tune in to what we want to release. And there's a conscious factor here and a subconscious factor and an energetic factor. So I'll be helping you with the subconscious and the energetic portion of this. And also they're telling me, my guides are telling me, the things that you do not know consciously, maybe there's some things you're forgetting. So the energy is supporting here to bring forth everything really that you know and that you don't know. So there's going to be some things that you are very aware of consciously that you know absolutely that you want to release, but you might forget a couple type of things. So, I mean, it's not that you are avoiding releasing it. It's just, I just feel this big overall enveloping of release. So does that make sense to everybody? Okay. And whenever you feel the urge, just go ahead and take those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, because breathing is actually a really good way to not only tap into ourselves and each other as a group consciousness, but to release. As we breathe out, you can actually keep doing hand stuff and you can't see it. That's okay. To do a release of it with the breath, right? And breathing also shifts what's going on within you energetically and physically too. So, all right, we ready to start? So everybody say roar if you're ready to start. Julie's releasing all the guys that have stopped initiating contact. Release your guilt and shaming beliefs that I'm not enough, both as a mom and a woman. Oh, I love that. That's a big one for you this year as you step more into self-care over just, I don't even know what to call it, but you know, you're going to know what I mean. I'm not really going to call it anything, but whatever you've been doing, there's, for me, a feeling for you, Julie, of really kind of going within and getting really tapped into that self-care and that self-love mode. And what they're saying to me, because I know we've talked about this before on the Manifestation Mondays and in the groups, there is, I know that it feels big because I know I told you before to date yourself for like 2 or 3 years, but I'm actually getting 1 year now, by the way. That's how things shift. So, but what I'm sensing for you is once you get started on that self-love and self-care path and you really embrace it, things are going to unravel really fast for you as you start incorporating that into your life at a different level and deeper too. So there's a part for you of surrendering is the word I'm hearing. Surrendering to this self-care and self-love mode and really embracing it. Sorry, we're not really doing readings, but you guys, that's how things happen. They just pop up and so I share them. So there you go, Julie. How does that feel to you? Okay. All right. So just so you guys know, I don't tap in to find out your stuff. Like I mean, we do that in a session, right? A private session. But for this kind of a group setting, I'm just doing a quick energetic check-in to help in the release of everything. Okay. So even on the replay, there's still an individual and check-in going on energetically. Okay. So you can picture it, you can write it down, you can say it out loud, you can just think it in your head, but we're pulling up all this consciousness of what we are releasing. And I'm going to do mine right here in a second. I'm going to do some breathing and I'll do my list too. Okay, I'm doing mine, so keep breathing, people. So and this is really where the known and unknown comes in handy because I don't need to sit here for 15 minutes and then there's this, and then there's this. We don't have to do that. The intention alone is what starts creating the shift and the release, okay? And then when obviously there's something big for you to do, like for example, for me, I've just come from Belize to Mexico, and I don't know how long I'm staying here. I'm very much uncommitted to anywhere right now, and that's different for me because my intuition since 2015 summer has, or excuse me, 2014 summer, 5.5 years, it's been saying, you're staying in Belize, you belong there, you're going to die there. This is a whole story for another time, but I wanted to tell you that how how things move and shift. And so that started changing in July and May, really, this past year. So for 5 years, I'd been hearing, I have to stay here. And I hadn't always liked it there, you guys. That's, again, part of the other story. And it'd been a very frustrating, growth inducing, healing experience for me, which I can see all the good that's come out of it. But living through it wasn't always fun. So now I'm at this stage where it's like, well, maybe I don't have to go back there. What would that be like? Right? Like, it's really hard when you've had a certain way of looking at something for, in my case, 5 years. And then suddenly, and it's intuition based too. So, and then suddenly it's like, oh, now you can go. Well, where do I go now? What do you mean? This was the whole thing, was move south of the border to Belize and live my authentic life. And now what do you want me to do? So I'm in a place of kind of unsettle and unrest in this regard. So, to bring this full circle, there might be things like that you are maybe even hesitant to release. So just know that if after the fact you're like, oops, I shouldn't have released that. The thing about release is I'm releasing Belize. I am releasing my old life in Belize. And what does that do for me? That clears out all the old, they're telling me we're doing experiences at the end of this, so I don't know how that's going to work, but all the thoughts, all the beliefs, all the attitudes, all of everything Belize related within me, right? That will be released. So that means now, moving forward, I can reconnect if I choose, or if I'm drawn there, if intuition says, or whatever, I can reconnect with Belize in a whole different way. So that's why I love cord cutting, is because it severs where you're at in that moment. My friend keeps talking about on the ego level, and I think that's valid. For me, I always look at it energetically. So it's releasing it on this energetic level, allowing you to then reconnect. We are reconnecting with things all the time. So don't be worried or sad or upset or anything about releasing something, because if it's right and if it's true for you and in your best and highest good, then there's always the possibility of a reconnect later. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm kind of going off on a tangent. So let me know. Oh, Julie is releasing phone addiction and start reintroducing real life activities and joy and time in nature. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is huge. I try not to be on my phone. Well, that's not true. I really truly mean Facebook. I mean social media. And I really feel so much better when I'm not on it. Do you guys know how much energy is in your news feed on Facebook and in those groups and in Facebook itself as a whole? Like, you have it as a whole, then you have all the little different communities of business pages or groups or people's news feeds and all your friends. Think about, tune into that. So yes, release of Facebook. Linda's releasing whatever will keep me from being fully engaged in 2020. I like that one. And that's a good general one for just in general, but for starting a new year. So, and just so you guys know, we're not just doing 2019. Like, we really are doing anything that's in your field that's not useful for you anymore to keep. There's a lot of stagnant energy just sitting around in both our energetic and physical bodies, energetic and also auric field and whatnot. So, okay, let's continue. I'll stop blabbing. Okay. Yeah, a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we've collected up, we have our collective consciousness now of all our stuff, right? So let's start the actual release now that we've pulled it up, we've dug it out. I literally see it coming from deep inside limbs, and it's, I see releases various ways. So I will tell you what I see once we get going. Right now, I am seeing things kind of flying out through the crown chakras and through the upper chakras of people, flying out, and I set up a little energetic trap door to the universe where everything can go and be recycled. Okay, so that's how I do my work, and just calling out. I'm just kind of going in and doing little nudges to you on an energetic level of, I'm actually seeing things in corners deep inside. I always seem to picture the body. So it's both the energetic and the physical body, but like in your armpit or like, you know, random little corners of things. I'm seeing these particles. Really, they're like, say, a little tiny black circle or something. It's not, they're not big. It's just stuff. It's just energy that's been sitting there. This is going to be huge if you're an empath or clair empath or highly sensitive person, and you're going, how you're, we get bogged down by feeling this heaviness of all the energy we pick up around us. That's what a clair empath is picking up energy and frequencies and vibrations and other people's and our environment, person, place, or thing, even planetary stuff. So this is going to be huge for you guys. I want lots of reports on what you're feeling afterwards, because my prediction is there will be a lot of lightness, clarity, clearness, a feeling of connection within yourself. Because when we're bogged down by everybody's stuff, you can't feel your own stuff. You can't feel yourself. I feel like there we go. Okay. I like going like this and nobody can see me. Okay. Lena's releasing the need to be right. Oh, Esther, what do you mean? What's going on with you? You're getting rid of everything. Julie's physically pulling the bad energy down my body like you do at the end of a Reiki session and throwing it down and shaking my hands out. Awesome. Perfect. And if you have ways like that, like Julie's learning from a Reiki class, so if you have your own healing techniques that you use them now. How are Betty and Ann doing? Are you still with us? Just checking in. Okay. All right. Rebet. All righty. So we're just going to let this run for a little bit. Man, we need some interluding disco music. That's on my list, you guys. We need some. I think that would be really fun to do. I don't know. It'd be fun for me. Sorry if you don't like disco, but I just feel like that energy, because it jives me up. So I really feel like it could be a fun thing to have at the session one time. Okay. A couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth as we imagine, as we blow out. You want to sigh or hum or ah or anything while you breathe out. Let's get that out. The intention is we're releasing all this. Lena, I just saw your bills come up, so I don't know. I threw them in the mix. Couldn't hurt. Give you a new perspective on your bills, maybe, to release them and reconnect to them in a different way. Yeah. So Esther's been feeling really irritated in life. Yeah. I getcha. Well, I'm actually getting, Esther, for you, that this kind of is in relation to our last healing session that we had together. You're opening up into this whole new, I feel like you're irritated because nothing's matching you anymore. Tell me if that feels right to you. Nothing is matching your new vibration and your new outlook on life and the new way you want to live and the new way you want to be. You're irritated with everything. Everything is bothering you. Let me know how that resonates. I just made that connection just now tuning in. So I really feel like that's good information for you. And you can take it a couple steps further by asking more questions. Why is this irritating me exactly? Is it the person I'm dealing with? Is it what the subject is? Is this how I want to be anymore? Is this who I want to be? Is this fitting into my life anymore? The way I want to be now? Okay, Betty's saying it's all new for me. Need to let go of heartbreak and grief. Yes, right there with you. Julie and I are right there with you, having a little huddle. Okay, Essa saying yes, true. Lena, yes. Okay, good. Yeah, Lena, I like that one for the bills for you. Everything. So, Essa, this is a very uncomfortable time for you, and because it's like your life is literally telling you and showing you in the form of annoyed feelings what isn't working. And so for you to start embracing that and noticing that and working with it instead of against it and being upset by it is going to be how you move through it. And by that, I mean, let's see, I don't have an example, but I mean, I don't have an example, but if it's with a person, say, then you don't hang around that person anymore. And you see how that feels for a little while. We're not saying forever, but we're saying, you know, when you feel like it, you can go back to that person. And you may notice that you don't care anymore once you've created this distance with this person, right? Release the expectation, release the should, release the, well, it's my family member. Release the connection and the expectation on yourself around it. Does that make sense? And then by doing that, you bring in the new experiences and then, like, especially the new people. And it doesn't feel good. This is actually really a spiritual up leveling for you. And spiritual up levelings can be, I'm going through one right now, it can be a really lonely time because literally, like you've been saying, nothing resonates with us anymore. We don't want to have anything to do with things from the past. Relationships, people, places, things, jobs. I mean, it can be any sort of thing. Beliefs, attitudes, ways that we live our life. So kind of embrace that uncomfortableness and allow yourself to not only embrace it, but to go with it. Like I was giving an example of that person. If you're really irritated after, I mean, I hope it's not your best friend, but like if you're really irritated after you hang out with your best friend, and every time you're with that friend, you're constantly like just feeling it inside, then step back and see how that feels. And chances are really high, sorry, happens, you're not going to miss that person because you're actually going to feel a relief that they're not there. So Essa, do you want to throw in like your whole life into this release? Might as well. I'm getting a yes to that. Let me know how that feels. That might be scary. So let me know. Yes, Julie, healthy boundaries is one of them. Yeah, Lena, take a break from them. Absolutely. And that's the beauty of it, is you can always go back and reconnect. You can. So, all right. Let's see how we're doing on the release. It's still going strong. Okay, so now we're throwing in the experiences piece. I'm going to let the release keep happening. Okay, Esther, I'm going to make sure your whole life is in this. Okay, they're saying it won't be too much for you. So I want to make sure you can handle it. I feel like you're ready for it. I don't know. I'm getting a lot for you too, Esther, on a new location. So I don't know. I know you've been talking on and off about it, and I'm not talking just traveling. So just keep that keep that in the back of your mind. So Lena's saying, I think I'm not wanting to do anything with my past. So do you know why that is? Is it a fear of letting go? Is it a fear of not, of like, what's life going to be like if I don't have this past? What are you feeling about that, Lena? So even after all the talk of that nothing's really gone if we want it to come back, talk to me more, Lena, about what's going on for you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing June right now. Now, I just want you guys to know that, like, my psychic vibes the last couple days have been 1 minute this answer, the next minute that answer, and I really feel like this shift of Mercury, there's something about, I'm tying it to Mercury, and they're saying yes, it is. There's something about these last couple days of Mercury that just things were cattywampus. So, like, even my own stuff, like, I'm, playing psychic, questions with my girlfriend, and I'm like, well, now I'm getting this. And she's like, me too. Like, so things are shifting fast. I think things are shifting very fast. Oh, so you do want to let it all go, Lena. Oh, sorry. I totally read that wrong when you said, I think I'm not wanting anything to do with my past. I totally misread that. Perimenopause brain. Okay, I want to let it all go. Perfect. Okay, let's gear up. We don't have to know what these experiences are, okay? We're just doing a general intention of letting go of all our experiences. So we're not talking about, how are we doing this? Because I feel that experiences are very useful and helpful for us, even if they were not pleasant. And the reason why is because we are growing from them and learning from them and applying new things into our life because we went through it this way over here, that we now have a chance to do it the complete opposite or partly different or opposite. So, our whole life is about experience. So I'm not detracting from that. Let me see what they want to say about how we're doing this. So it is the energy that's held because of the experience. So this is reminding me, for some reason, of the grief healing I did a year and a half ago that I want to do. We need to do another one again. It was so powerful because it was so amazing how much people were holding on, and I'm talking more so about deceased people, but how much people hold on because they feel like that keeps the connection with them, and it's this heaviness of like not being able to let go. So I'm just coming back around now. So this whole, we're not releasing the experience, we're not releasing the lessons learned or the different ways you're doing things and what you've incorporated because of the experience. We're releasing the energy around it, and it is mostly in regard to the unpleasant experiences, okay? So if you have been through a trauma, if you have been through grief, they're including abuse, any kind of attack on yourself. Like for me, this will be my being shunned in beliefs. Okay, this will be my rejection, my life lesson of rejection, they're saying, is in here. So that would mean every little point along my life of this rejection lesson. Still working on it, lucky me. So it's the energetic charge, okay? So think of it like a trigger. Think of it like a trigger for, so I'm just getting the real sense that it's releasing all this energy and magnitude of the things that we've gone through in our life. Life is hard, you guys. Life can be hard. I don't know anybody who's just sailing through and has had like a great, 49 years like me. I mean, it's not what life is about. So they're really stressing it. It's the emotional charge behind the experiences and the energy. So we're pulling that off energetically. So I'll be really curious for those of you who've dealt with the things that I've mentioned, and that's other things I haven't mentioned that are along those lines of like anything hard and tough in your life, right? So I'll be really curious for reports later on what this feels like now when you say, remember that experience or have a similar experience. So for me, next time I'm rejected, I am fully intending and expecting now from this healing we're doing today that I am not triggered. I'm going to notice it and recognize it, but I'm not going to be so upset by it, is my prediction. Okay. Lena's letting it all go. Okay. Estha's excited for June. I know. Just know, Estha, that everything's changing fast. So, I mean, it's what I'm getting in the moment. And I hope if you want to move, you get to move. Okay. Lena said when she moved, she didn't tell her family she needed a break. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Same for me. When I left, I didn't tell any. I mean, I told a couple people that had to know, but I didn't tell everybody. And it's funny because I don't know if I've moved. Like, I am not admitting to myself even that I've moved away from Belize because I'm not used to that idea yet. I haven't fully integrated it into me. So have I really? I don't know. I'm just here month to month. Like, I'm not committing. I don't feel like I'll stay in this location. For one, the internet is horrible. So thank you for sticking around. I don't know. And there's kind of some beauty and relief in that of like, I could pack up and go anywhere I wanted tomorrow if I wanted. So, okay. Julie's saying, releasing my fear of abandonment along with my grief of my dad's suicide, 2.5 years on Thanksgiving. Oh, geez, dad on Thanksgiving. Okay. And my dog Lulu, 4 months later. That you just replaced and got a new puppy. Oh, I've been really wanting a dog lately too. I miss my doggies. Okay, so that's huge. Like, that is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Exactly right there, Julie. So let's dive into that. So again, consciously pull up these triggers, these energetic charges, these emotional charges of these experiences, okay? Let's tap into all this. And like for me, I'm just throwing in like, you know, I'm seeing words, life lesson, rejection, abandonment. Like, I'm just seeing that as like, I'm not going to think about every time. I'm just putting, you know, we know what it is energetically. We know, the universe knows, I know energetically what that means to me in my life. So I don't have to go through every year. That's 49 years worth. So we don't have to do that. We are just throwing it in. Obviously, like for me right now, I'm getting a picture of Belize. So I'm like, okay, we're definitely throwing in that because that's the most recent thing. That was the most recent traumatic, besides the breakup, you know, the big piece of this rejection. And that's why I was in Belize, you guys, was to help heal this, was so I could be shunned and be rejected, right? I told you I was lucky, and start really healing that at a deeper level. So, okay. Oh, I see. I thought you just now replaced the dog. Okay, gotcha, Julie. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, so the only thing about that is I hope you did still grieve the dog. And I mean, um, I know replacing the dog is great because then you're still getting that unconditional love. Um, so let me know how you did. And you know what? You don't actually have to. We can do that right now in this process. I'm hearing. Do you agree for your dog? So, and actually your dad's in there too. So these are the kinds of things. So if you know what it is, your experience is, and your trigger is, then consciously throw it in the mix here. And this is a big one. For me, I'm seeing energy come in chunks for us, and kind of feels like it's doing a little staging area, kind of just sitting there. Let's collect it up. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, please. Really let out that exhale. Very nice. Whew. Okay. Do you hear how quiet it is today? I mean, besides maybe some random outside noise, but it's like a holiday or something. There's no banging downstairs. Kind of excited. Okay. Okay, so this is a big one, you guys. So definitely let's take a little commercial break. And I don't have any jokes for you, but I don't want to stay in this heavy mode right now. So after we get the release going, we're going to shift up this energy a little bit. Is everybody feeling kind of heavy right now? And like, even this is a lot. So even if you're not like tuning in and going down the rabbit hole with each experience, there's still the energy behind it. And that's what I'm feeling. So tell me how you're feeling. Hey, Nicole, welcome. Thanks for joining in. So the part we're at right now is we are doing a Mercury Retrograde and 2019 release. And we've just done everything we want to get rid of from our life. And right now we're working on the experiences piece and the emotional and energetic charges or triggers that come from that. So hop in and then you can listen to the first half of the show, first half of the healing to get the rest. We're not doing readings right now unless something just comes up as we talk with each other. Yeah, I'm feeling heavy. Lena's feeling heavy. Julie's feeling heavy. Okay, so yeah, keep up with the breathing, you guys. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay. I'm literally seeing like a big, I was connected with something. I just bought a refrigerator, like not a big one, but like it's like 4 feet tall or something, or whatever. And so there's a big refrigerator box. So I was literally just seeing like a moving box, a big box that our stuff is in, our triggers, our emotions, our energetic connections to these experiences. And so we are now releasing that. Okay. And then I'm just seeing some random things still in the experience realm floating off of all of us and out. But that box was a big one. I was like, was it just mine? And I'm getting to know. So, okay, good to know. I'm glad. I always ask. Okay. That was all of our stuff. So isn't that interesting that it came in a container already? So all the big stuff was in that box, symbolic box, right? For letting it go. And then now, like I said, I'm just seeing little onesie, twosie little things. So this really is our opportunity for, again, experiences known and unknown to release. Yeah. Yeah. I'm starting to feel a little bit lighter. How's everyone feeling? Feeling that shift? I just felt it right before I started talking. Doing some breathing to help with that shift. I'm tuning in and I'm getting that nobody's feeling that heaviness anymore, but let me know if you truly are still. Hopefully you felt the shift. Just tuning in. You may feel like crying. I don't know. I kind of feel more relief, but if you feel like crying, if you feel really tired all of a sudden, these are all, good indications of that release. Hey, Samantha, good to see you. I know. Linda's feeling heavy. Emotional processing for Julie. Yep. So, yeah, good. So, okay, we're not done yet. I was like, can we do the fun yet? No, not yet. Okay, keep breathing, people. Keep your breath going. This is what's helping you clear that out. Known and unknown. Got a couple more straggling energies coming out. Yeah. Samantha, you'll want to start from the beginning because we just are at the tail end now. Yep, I must have been tuning into you, Lena, because I was like, I didn't feel like crying, but I was like, if you feel like crying, oh, it's a big one for you. I'm feeling a big life shift for you too, Lena, as you start getting things back on track with finances and that cutting away from your family, disconnecting. Oh, that's really good for you. That's really good self-care. Essa's feeling light now. Good. Nice. Lena saw paid on her bills. Betty feels sad, feels like crying. I hope I'm saying your name right. Bet or Betty? I guess it's Bet. Yeah. So the reason why tears might be coming up is because like we're kind of attached to the way this energy feels within us. It's not morbid, it's not like masochistic or anything, but it's like you get used to that trigger or that emotion or that heaviness or that experience itself. Or, like I said in the beginning when we started, you might be looking at your life differently. You might be like doing a review or what memory pops up and you're not triggered. You're not like feeling it the way you used to feel it. And that's the whole beauty of this. So to feel sad that, this has been a big release. So that part of that is gone. And the sadness is more from the experience piece. Because experiences it's like they're embedded in us, like literally in our DNA, right? In our cells. So I was like, okay, are we doing any cell work or DNA work? No. It could be a whole other thing. But that's why. So go ahead and let that out. Cry if you need to cry. Okay, Betty, thank you for helping me. And Julie, good point. Change is emotional. Change can be scary. That is so true. And that is why some people don't ever change, because maybe they don't know how, or they don't want to. They're comfortable the way that they are. So just by being here and engaging in this process, like you guys are ready for the change, you're ready for the new. We're going to be doing one of these every year. I love it. I think it's so powerful. Think about if we started doing this every year, or your own type of healing something. It'll be different, of course, every year that we do it. But think about what an opportunity that is to not carry the year's unpleasant stuff. I need a better catchy word for it. I don't want to say crappy all the time, or yucky, but that unuseful, unhelpful energies. To get rid of that every year, so every month even, so we can start fresh. Linda's feeling lighter. Good. Okay, we're bringing in, let's see, what do we want to bring in now to kind of, everything has been released, you guys. Everything has been released. This is where Facebook is going to do hold it for a second. You wouldn't believe the awful thumbnails that come through. Like, can you find one with me smiling? No. Okay. I'm talking and breathing. I'm always like this. Okay, so let's see what we want to bring in. Okay, well, we're doing something else. So if you feel like dropping them in the comments, drop some intentions for 2020, okay? For the year, not the new decade. Let's keep it small and manageable. So I didn't know this was going to be part of it, but it totally makes sense that we're coming full circle now and we're setting our intentions for the year. We don't have to know what these are, because inside I'm like, wait, I'm not ready yet with, like, I haven't finished my stuff and my goals, and none of that matters. We're just setting the intentions. So let's focus on what we want to feel like. And if you know of things you want to create, like love or money and that kind of stuff, obviously we can throw that in. Esther was feeling like crying before too. Sorry, I didn't see that one. Yeah, Esther, this was a big one for you too. Okay, Julie's feeling lighter now. I'm feeling lighter now. Is everybody on the lighter? Betty, are you feeling lighter now? Let's do our intentions. Let's throw in what we want to feel like this year. if there are any experiences that you want to have, things you want to create in your life. Keep breathing. As we do this, let's connect in again with each other, in through the nose and out through the mouth with our breath. I'm feeling a real settling, like a settling. I don't know why I'm seeing soil. Well, I guess because we're planting new seeds. So I'm seeing soil, and you know how soil settles, and you pack it or you fill it, and then it settling in. I'm getting that settling in sense with the energies right now. And my guides are laughing at me. They're like, well, you're literally, sowing seeds, planting seeds right now. All right, we are. So let's bring in some of let's see, just regular. Okay, we're not doing anything special. I was kind of hoping for like a little manifestation Monday on Thursday, but we're like, nope, we're just bringing in, we're not doing any fancy energy. We're just really, so they're talking about foundation. They're talking about, so we're planting the seeds, we're creating this foundation right now. So as we go into 2020, we're not suddenly fumbling. Oh, it's 2020 now. What do we want to create? We're doing this, a month and a couple weeks in advance, you guys, a month of 10 days, whatever. So this is great. I'm loving this. Betty's going to be truly happy. Lena's working on health. Perfect. I love it. So just energetically tuning in, ripping these intentions from you. Some of you are holding on so tight to these intentions. It's like, okay, let them loose a little bit. Let them breathe. Let them be planted. Okay. Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm not calling out any names though, but I'm laughing with you because you know who you are. So there's this feeling of, I keep going back to Abraham Hicks stuff, but I mean, it really is like where I learned all my law of attraction stuff. There's this whole let it go, like the flow and the ease of like, oh, you want that? Great. Now just get your vibration to match and on you go with your life. Like, it's so easy, right? I mean, it is, but it isn't. It doesn't feel easy when you're sitting here 5 months later going, well, where is it? So that's why they were laughing at this holding on tight. So let's all actually, everybody just open your arm. Sorry, you can see, open your arms up wide and do a little bit of breathing. And ooh, this is actually kind of cool. Is everybody feeling this? Like, I don't know. I'm feeling like, what word would I use to describe this? I don't know. It's a whole different feeling of like allowing and letting go at the same time. And what are you guys feeling? Like, it feels kind of weird too. This is a new thing. I like it. And of course, I'm extra noticing how weak my arm strength is because I'm like, I can't hold it up. Anybody else who's working out this year? Yeah, I feel like there's possibilities here. There's a letting go. And these things all don't go together, but it's weird. It's bringing out all of these things: the letting go, the allowing, the open to all the possibilities. I'm hearing infinite possibilities. Yeah, that feels really good. Heart expansion. Kind of a grounding feeling too. You can put your arms down now if you want. Okay, that was cool. Julie's 2020 intention is to surrender my need to control and trust the right people and experiences will come to me when they're supposed to stay self-sufficient and prioritize my son over any man, to truly believe I am okay and complete on my own. Roar to that. Yes. That feels really good to me. Good. Julie's feeling empowered. Betty's is to be joyful, be involved, more motivation. I like that. That's good too. That resonates. So I'm just doing a quick check-in too. Just if you're throwing it in the comment, I'm doing a quick check-in that you're in alignment and congruent and all that stuff. So You guys feel good. Okay, so are we done? I'm getting that we're done. So it's okay if you haven't put it in the comments or I haven't seen it yet. It's still happening. It's still active and going. So I just keep seeing, so if any of you are plant people and you want to go get a new plant, I don't know, I keep seeing seeds and I keep seeing plants. So that is a big theme for right now. For the next 5 months, okay, planting seeds. So to me, that translates into what are your daily action habits that go towards, okay, first let's take your goal. Take that thing you want. What are your daily actions showing the universe that you want that? Are there new habits you need to instill in your life? Are there new things you need to do or places you need to go to put yourself in the situation? Is it a new class? Is it I just keep seeing like the spiritual bookstore I used to go to back home. So somebody needed to hear that. But what is it? Is it more spiritually uplifting people? Is it a different set of friends? Like, what do you need to network more or do something different? Do you need more downtime? Do you mothers really need to carve out that time for yourself that is just yours? And I know that's a big one for you guys. So those are the things just coming to me. Esther loves plants. Yes, Esther, the release, we've released everything. How do you feel? We have released. Yeah, Lena, I don't know. I'm not really a plant person, but I did see of course now I can't think of the name. Poinsettia, right? That's the Christmas plant. So I saw one of those at the store when I was getting the fridge and I kind of wanted one, and I'm not really a plant person. I don't know. I feel like I can't ever be bothered. Although I did have one really cool plant, and so some of you guys might be in an area that has it. It's called the sensitive plant. I had one in college. It was the coolest thing. When you touch its leaves, they close up and then they open back up a little while later. I love that plant. And I love that it was called the sensitive plant. I wasn't into my gifts back then or didn't know. I was like a brainiac, just living up here in my little head. And I just really like that plant. I want to get another one of those. I'm going to look for one of them down here. Maybe the bigger cities have one. So yeah, okay, so maybe our goal is to get a plant. So, okay, guys, how are we feeling? Feeling good. All right, so let's get the energy going behind these intentions, and then we're going to end on a high note with, hope you guys can go a little longer. I didn't know how long we were going to be. I thought, did I say half an hour on this thing? So we're going to do the intention piece, and then we're going to go ahead and just kind of run some energy to boost us up a little bit and have it integrate. I'll talk more about that later. Okay. So we've got our intentions down. Oh, this feels so good now. I want to just snuggle back into it. Yeah, Julie's feeling real light. I'm feeling like I want to just snuggle now. I don't know. I'm feeling snuggly and cozy and just kind of just that good feeling within me. Is everybody feeling that? Okay, Julie, throwing in your intention to find the perfect job. Do you feel it, Esther? I don't know why I'm kind of confused that you asked. Are we done? We did it. We did it. Everything's gone on you. It's all gone. Okay. So I'm just going to pull in for our best and highest good, the most useful energy concoction that our spirit guide, helpers, angels, and universe can deliver to us. And I'm just going to pull that energy in to support us in planting our seeds, figuratively and maybe even literally, for you gardeners out there. And this to me is so grounding, this energy. it is so purposeful and grounding, and I feel there's a real strength behind it, a real sense of integration and peace and harmony and love. Ooh, I like that. Is anybody feeling that too? And I'm actually seeing it, this has never happened, coming down through the universe, down our crown chakra and our back of our neck, and down our whole spine, which is the way we support ourselves in life physically, right? Is our spine holds us up and keeps our body all together and working. So there's a real sense of grounding in the strength coming from this energy going down our spine, and it's actually coming out our tailbone. So I usually do grounding from the bottom of the feet. So down the tailbone and into the earth's core. Who's feeling that with me or seeing it? That's really cool. So we're going down into the earth's core, and I always latch on. Actually, I always see like a kettlebell weight down on the very bottom of the earth or in the middle of the earth's core. So it's got that loop, the handle, and that's where we tie it to. So energy for me is tying there for us. And if you want to picture it a different way, feel free to. But we're just connecting in so that this is going to bring us a more grounded experience for this process, for these intentions. That's actually really kind of cool. We haven't done an intention like that before, grounding it into the earth and through your body, like physically, energetically. Okay, let's see what people... Let me see where we're at. Julie wants to curl up with the blanket on the couch. Is much more satisfying right now. Yes. Lena's shoulders were feeling heavy, but now lighter. Esther was ready to receive. She had her receiving mode on. Lena saw it come down the crown chakra. Julie was feeling it. Linda's saying, funny, I like the idea of our goals being small, sweet, and can be something like buy a plant. It doesn't have to be humongous. Exactly. And I always talk about the baby step, and I've struggled with that because, like, here's the big goal, and like then you've got to break it down, and it's like just start with the smaller goal. I don't really like I did a vision board the other day. I'm in this prosperity group. She wanted us all to do a vision board for 2 years, and I was like, what? Like, that just didn't resonate. But I did my vision board. But like for me, I feel like things are changing so fast now, just on an energetic level, which then translates into our own personal energetic physical levels, right? So I was really feeling like that's too long. Like, yes, so I did one for kind of core things that I wanted. And it felt good, but I kind of still felt like, because I do a word, I don't know, they probably have them here, but in Belize, they didn't have magazines. So I couldn't do like cut out a picture and do a vision board with photos of stuff, and I'm a word person anyway, so I draw one every year with like symbols that must mean something and words and little squigglies and whatever. So I do one every month. I do a new one for the month, and I have it out all month where I can see it. So I kind of felt like this vision board I did was a really good one for like the core things that I wanted, but I'm like, man, I'm still going to do one maybe for every 6 months or every quarter, or something smaller for me, right? So I totally relate to that about the smaller goals. And I'd really like to help you guys with this. Maybe we'll do something in the Ignite Your Intuition group, and if you need to find that, let me put the thing on that up. Oh, by the way, well, I won't announce yet. Well, I will to you guys. So I don't know, I'm just feeling a lot of newness coming on. So there's going to be a relaunch of Ignite Your Intuition. So anyway, come find us in that group, because I really think it'd be fun to kind of help you guys with your baby steps in life, like using intuition to help you like figure out next steps. I don't know. Let me know if that even would be fun. Does So Linda's saying the Earth's core, this is similar to her morning grounding to a large rock at the Earth's center. Yes, I do. I love the rocks too in the Earth's core. Okay. That was a little commercial break while we shifted gears a little bit out of that energy, but that was just really interesting. I liked that a lot. I'll do a real commercial break. Anyone else? I was thinking about this the other day that I really literally should have a commercial break. Wouldn't that be fun? I could put on a little hat. I could put on a new outfit. Give you a little 10-second spiel. I don't know. I liked it. I like that idea. Okay. Let's just do a little bit of breathing here. We're not done yet, you guys. This has been really good. So I'm hearing literally, like, if you can go rest, then please do. Like, if you can have some downtime after this and hydrate and feel okay within yourself, just kind of regroup within yourself. This is a big one. You may need to rest. You may need to rest. So honor your body. Honor this body as a system, your energetic body, your physical body. Okay. So now we're going to actually pull some cool energy in the form of light and color coming down through our crown chakra, down through the top of our body, out our arms, down our torsos, and out our legs. Okay, let's see what we see. And pipe in for what you are feeling or seeing as we go through this. Those are your intuitive senses coming through. So trust what you get, and everything that you get is perfect and right for you. Okay. A slow trickle of white light is what I'm seeing first, with a quick follow of this bright pink, fuchsia pink, sparkly. I wanted to whip out my rose quartz just now, and I'm getting a no. Darn it. So, wow. It was 11:11. Oh, good. Well, it's 12:12 for me right now, which is a nice little commercial break for us doing a 12:12 activation. Meg Benedicte sent out her little email about the 12:12 portal, maybe. So that's on the list. We'll get that scheduled for 12:12. That'd be fun. Okay. I love that fuchsia pink, like super sparkly, super gold sparkles. There's like a little river of, gosh, the lightest, palest blue in the middle of I'm seeing it this way, in the middle of this fuchsia, bright pink with gold and white sparkle. Ooh, orange sparkles now, gold sparkle, deeper gold sparkle, brown? No. Okay, sparkles, silver sparkles, gold sparkles, bronze sparkles. I'm thinking of my Crayola colors. I'm like, I know there's a different bronze. Okay, wow, that's cool. All those sparkles coming down. Okay. So what this energy is going to do is find those voids in yourself and your energetic body and your spiritual body. It's going to your physical body. It's going to find those little nooks and crannies where we took out all that old stuff, right? So we're just filling it. We're just filling it with this pure, fresh, clean, new energy, which will then be slowly integrated over 6 days. Some of you may be faster, slower than that. It averages 6 days. You don't have to do anything. I'm just letting you know. So that means, still hydrate, and you may feel different or tired. You might need more rest, or just taking it easy a little bit more. Maybe not going to your CrossFit class, or something like that. So just notice what your body needs during this time. But so they're saying it's integrating over 6 days, and that just means that your bodies are absorbing it, and as it integrates and just kind of fills you, and then you have all that. So think of all that all that new space and new area inside of you for new things to come in, right? So that's actually like a lot of space. Whenever I do a release with anybody or myself, like it's always interesting to see in the like actually in the body, I see like where it's all clear now. Whereas so maybe before it had been like darker, just to show me where the energy is, not that there's dark energies, but I see it as darker to be the contrast of where the things are that need to be released. So I'm just getting the real sense that there's a lot of free space within us now. So something for you to think about. Letting that trickle down. Go ahead and do deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. I know, Julie, I'm kind of feeling like, let's hurry up so we can get to the couch. Let's hurry up so we can rest. I have to actually go take my laundry in, but after that, I could be resting. Yeah. I'm cracking up. So if the couch is calling you today, you guys, this is why. Embrace it. I give you permission to binge on Netflix. Wow, how cool am I? Okay. I haven't seen any comments come in for a little bit. So we all just might be basking in this energy. Very nice, you guys. We didn't have any sound issues, well, except a little static in the beginning. And the internet didn't go out. We haven't had loud noise. I mean, this is a success. Mercury is truly direct. Yay! Okay, Julie's saying she feels like there are clear spaces within me now, not empty, but healthy. Exactly. So Julie, right now will be a great time for you to write down some of those things, like, and that came from the Academy video the other day about self-care stuff, and really start seeing what you want to incorporate and start getting those habits going. So you're filling those clean, new spaces with this new way of living, right? And then this new way of like doing your life. Like, I don't know. Yes, Espa, you release things. Are you worried about not releasing? You've asked that twice now. Are you not feeling the shift? What's going on, Espa? Talk to me. Okay. You hear a beep, it's because I got to turn the AC a little lower because I get kind of heated up when I do energy work. So, okay. I'm still seeing this light coming through, and we do not need to wait for it to finish, by the way. It's going to run through you guys, and then when you've had enough, it will stop. And then again, the average of 6-day integration time for this energy. Esther's laughing. You're just making sure. Okay, good. I'm like, Esther, I know you trust us. Trust me. You're welcome, Betty. Thank you for joining. So happy to have new people on. Okay. I'm seriously going to work on the disco music. The problem, you guys, is that it has to be not somebody's song or something. So I don't know how to do that, but I just feel like we need some kind of intro music or outro music or something. I don't know. Okay. Just a last little quick check-in, you guys. Yeah, everybody's feeling good. Awesome. So this really is a one and done process. So I was just checking in, like, do we need to redo this later? And we don't, you guys, we don't. This is good. This is good, but I do feel kind of prompted to go back to maybe a monthly healing for us. I don't know what it would be. Maybe a clearing. I really like doing the clearings. I just think it's so important. So awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for being open to releasing, and just, I can't wait to hear the feedback of how this is affecting you as you go forward. So I'll be asking you on the page about that. So be prepared to give me a report as you notice certain things that have shifted and changed in your life. Like, that'll be really good. So Julie's loving the monthly clearing healing idea. Yeah, I really like it too. I really feel so many of us need it in general, but especially empaths, clairempaths, psychics, sensitives, anybody who's taking on other people's stuff. And you know, the thing too about healing, as I've been doing this for 16 years now, oh my gosh, there's so many different layers. Like, you know, here I go off to Belize and I think my rejection issues are gone and they're like staring me in the face, like hitting me, smacking me in the face. So there's always another layer that we can go down. It's like an onion. You just peel it and there's another little, you know, skin and layer and level. So it's not that you haven't done any work, it's that now you're ready for the next work. And it's just powerful. So I know, Esther, you always do so good giving me reports. Thank you all so much. And I really appreciate you guys being here. Share this with your people and groups and pages and profiles and whatever if you felt like it was useful and somebody else might appreciate it. I know we went pretty long at 81 minutes now, but it was awesome, I thought. So yay. Thank you guys so much. And I can't wait to see how roaring comes through in your life now, because when we clear this stuff, just, I don't know, with 2020 coming, I feel like the possibilities are endless for creating exactly what you want in your life. So get to it. Okay. Bye. Thank you, Julie. Worth every minute. Yay. Awesome. Okay. See you on the couch, Julie. Bye.